Hi, Doily Designs back to put a jagged edge on our leaf for our chain rose. And I'm going to use whatever hook I used for my rose for my leaf. And you can use the pattern for the leaf up to this point where you start your top slip stitch. And instead of going into that top slip stitch, we're going to go in another row. And I had crocheted over my tail, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Alright, I hope y'all can see. I'm going to move these back. Okay, so to do this, we're just going to, with the top facing right, once you get to that end and have slipped in that there, you're going to chain 2 and slip stitch in the second chain, or do a Picot, that's what I used to call them. Okay, and slip stitch back in the same space. Now we're going to slip stitch in the next space and chain 2 and slip stitch in that second chain and slip stitch in the next space. We'll just repeat this, chain 2, slip in the second and slip in the next, and chain 2, second, and once you reach that bottom, it's going to be under your flower. You can just slip stitch in the middle and into the next space. And we'll do our next Picot. Chain 2, slip stitch in the second chain, and slip stitch in the next. Repeating this all the way around back to where we began. Which again, this really does help my carpal tunnel syndrome to crochet. Alright, and we'll slip stitch back into that beginning space and then do your top slip stitch down the center. We'll go ahead and fasten off, and we have our leaf. And as you see, I used a different size hook. That's the same leaf, but we got a different size with a different hook. And you have this cute little jagged edge. I hope y'all can see that. I hope you enjoyed this pattern by Doily Designs. Find patterns for this and more in the description below or at www.doilydesigns.etsy.com. Thank you for stopping by. Best wishes and happy crocheting.